Well, good morning. I hope that you can see this so well. I don't know if I have a problem with the see, because according with the focus that I have on my camera, I think this should be okay to watch. Okay, let's just start with this. Right now, I just remember that every time that I start, I just put the sentence. So during this week, we are gonna be talking about the Lion King sentences. So the sentence in this case, every time that I just finish this, I'm just gonna be showing the very detail of the camera so you can watch actually everything I'm writing on the sentence. So right here is going to be the sentence that Mufasa mentions to Simba at one part. Okay, so with a lot of imagination, right here, I'm gonna be drawing a lion, right? So this is going to be a lion. It's going to be a back. Okay, so it's sit right there. This is its tail. And right here, you can see the small cat that in this case is going to be Simba as well. Okay, can you watch it? Can you see it? And of course, the sentence that I remember from the movie is this one that mentions that everything that the light touches is our kingdom. Right here, this is the sentence. So everything that the light touches is our kingdom. So one more time, let's start with the basic thing. So we are gonna be dividing. So right here, we just put the S for the sentence. And one more time, we're going to be dividing this into two. Okay, let's remember it's going to be the noun phrase and the verb phrase. In other words, the noun and the predicate, in other words. So at this point, it's very easy to understand, but at the same time, it's kind of hard because right here, we don't really have like a subject so far. So I'm sorry if you, can you see well? Because every time that I'm, okay, I think that you can see it. I think it's okay right there. So I'm gonna be putting showing a very detailed every time that I see that there is something wrong with the camera. Okay, so as I was mentioning, there is a situation right here because maybe at first it's going to be a little bit hard to identify where is the noun phrase, but it's important to actually understand what is the base of the sentence. Right here, we're not talking about Mufasa, we're not talking about Simba, but we are talking about everything. Okay, so everything is going to be the noun in this case. So everything that the light touches, right here, we can just divide the sentence in two parts. Okay, so let's start with the first thing, that everything is the noun. As simple as that, everything is going to be the most important part of the sentence. So this is going to be the noun. And right here, there is something that happens when you are creating sentences, and we are just focusing on linguistics. And is that every time that we have just some sentences, at the same time inside of the sentence, they are like a complementary um, phrase. Okay, the CP is going to be for a complementary phrase. So we can just divide it right here into one part that is going to be that. So this is going to be, as we may know, that it could be something related with a singular thing that is far. But in this case, it's a complement of the sentence. So because everything right here is a noun, so this is going to be the base of the sentence. But at the same time, inside of the sentence, we have a complement. So basically, we just if we erase this information right here, we can say everything is our kingdom. Okay, can you see? I think it's more understandable in this case, but it doesn't make sense if we just mention that the light touches, right? It doesn't really make any sense. So right here, this is why we just create a complementary phrase. So that is going to be the complement. Right here, we are going to be another sentence. So inside of the sentence, as I mentioned, there is another sentence that is going to be the light touches. So we divide right here because we have one more time two sentences so far. So right here, we're going to be having another noun phrase that is going to be the light. So we just divide right here into two. Right here we have the, that is going to be a determiner. And right here we have the light, that is going to be a noun. And touches, that is going to be one more time. I mean, not one more time. This is the first time. That is going to be a verb phrase. That is going to be the verb so far. Okay. So this is why there are some situations where you can just create sentences inside of the sentences related with the syntax tree. So one more time right here, we just divide into two. We have the verb that is going to be is. Right here we have our kingdom. So in this part, because we're talking about the kingdom, we have and we just have right here possessive. So, but in this case, it's going to be divided as the noun phrase that is going to be a determiner. I know that you can remember that in the previous class we were talking a little bit about that. And right here we have the noun that is going to be the kingdom. Okay, so so far I think it's pretty understandable that there are going to be some situations where you can just erase some part of the sentence. I'm gonna be just moving a little bit right here the sentence, you can watch it very well. So right here is Mufasa talking to Simba, and he mentions everything that the light touches is our kingdom. So inside of the sentence, what I was explaining to you is that sometimes we just add complementary information about the sentences, and this is where the complementary phrase comes in. So in the syntax tree, it's very important to identify these kind of small particularities that actually make the sentences a little bit more or extra detail, so everything actually can understand a little bit far better this. Of course, on the internet, there are going to be some websites where you can just create them, but it's important for me to you to, for me, that you understand everything that is going to be related with this. So in the future, when if you have the opportunity to study linguistics, you can actually have this background information. Okay, so this is going to be the sentence right here. You can see the syntax tree. If you have any doubt, just let me know it. And of course, there are going to be some sentences of homework for you. So let me know if you have any doubts, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice one.